Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Firewatch. In the last episode, Henry was trying to find some firefighters to help him get past that chain link fence we found. Now, I actually wanted to talk about that. So there was a sign on the chain link fence with a code, and obviously Henry doesn't have the use of Google. I, however, do, and I actually looked up to see if that was a genuine code, and it is. Let me just find that. There we go. 18 US code number 1863. Trespass on national forest lands. Whoever, without lawful authority or permission, goes upon any national forest land which is closed to the public, pursuant to lawful regulation of the Secretary of Agriculture, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 6 months, or both. This isn't the FBI. This is not Area 51. This is the Secretary of Agriculture. What the hell are they gonna do to us? Nothing. So my guess is that the chain link fence is there because the land is unsafe. Maybe there are people cataloguing the flora or fauna there and they just don't want hikers tramping through. It could be anything, but it's nothing sinister. I know it's nothing sinister. Henry, however, is proving to be a far more paranoid person than I am. Now then, let's see. Where were we trying to get to? It's been a while since I played this. Yeah, we're going through the medicine wheel. We're trying to get to the scout camp. I remember, yes. And I also, just whilst I'm down here, I want to see if I can hit caches 308 and 307. Just because I know that there isn't much left of this game. I looked it up. There are only something like 79 days, and we're on day 77. So I don't know if we'll be coming south again. So I want to hit those caches whilst I'm down here. Now then, the medicine wheel. I've been interested in this since, the beginning of the game, because that's when our map got updated with this.
Wow, there's an old, I think it's called a medicine wheel out here?
Yeah, it was made by Crow American Indians hundreds of years ago.
Ooh.
There are lots of small ones. Have you ever been to Medicine Wheel Monument over in the Bighorns?
I sure haven't.
Well, it's worth a 3-hour detour on the way home in August.
Neat. I'll keep it in mind.
Ooh. So it's a Native American thing, but I don't really feel right tramping into the middle of it. That seems a little bit, I don't know, disrespectful, perhaps? Still, I think that is very cool. Because I wanted to see if I could get a picture of it, but again, local history, let's not be tearing it apart. And I mean, we do have to try and find these firefighters. Ooh, dear. Thank you.
I found where they did the controlled burn. I can hike right through here now.
Yeah, normally they wouldn't do that so close to a body of water, but I think they're extra worried about a fire jumping the river and burning up to 2 forks, now that there's someone in it.
Well, I'm extra appreciative of that.
Let's see. The scout camp is southeast of the river. There should be a pond on the way.
Got it. What happens if a controlled burn gets out of control?
Good question.
Someone gets fired.
Ugh, are you serious?
Oh, come on. That one was an honest accident. I'm not even in the mood for wordplay. That's how wound up all this shit has me.
Fair. There's someone listening into all of your conversations. Henry's being very, very paranoid. I can see why you'd be like, nah, this is not the time for jokes. Aha, cash. I'll be taking that, thank you. This is a very pretty tree. I'll probably get a photo of that, but first... Give. I want the stuff. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, wasn't it? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 backwards. Aha. There we go. Okay, that is just one stray match. Protect the forest. What is that? 3 Blind Rats? By Richard Sturgeon again. When FBI informants need protection, you call the police. When those informants wind up dead, you call Neil Black. In a rain-soaked return to South City, Neil Black is hung out to dry as the only man who can piece an FBI case back together, with danger lurking around every corner. Introducing Black's nemesis, I presume, the shadowy Don Carl. 3 Blind Mice is Sturgeon at his best. Neil Black is stabbed in the back. Who will be the one holding the carving knife? One thing's for sure, it's not the farmer's wife. Okay, I like that. That was cute. Yeah, just drop it. It's fine. Again. Why do you throw every book you find on the ground? That's not right. Whereabouts are we on the map? Doot. Okay, so we should be hitting Cache 307. Aha, good stuff. Got it. So we need to be heading that way, but I like this as a shot. There we go. Lovely. We can have some very nice holiday snaps at the end of all of this. You know, assuming the FBI doesn't kill us, of course. That's what Henry's thinking. I'm just thinking that... Again, what is the Secretary of Agriculture gonna do? I'm pretty sure no one's ever been killed because they pissed off the Secretary of Agriculture. Ooh. And I am immediately lost. Excuse me. I am going in the right direction. I do need to be heading this way. I shouldn't have crossed the river. Whoops. Oh well, no big deal. It's not like we got super lost. Also, is it just me? Or every so often can anyone else hear like how do I want to word this? Like bushes rustling, stuff like that. I want to go round here because I think this is where I'm supposed to be going. I think. Why is the smog green? That makes no sense. But so here's my thinking. I don't think there is anything going on with the FBI because it's not the right department, basically. Henry's probably thinking it's the FBI. I'm not. We just follow the river. Follow the river and go south. Okay. But yeah, I don't think there is any kind of government conspiracy. I don't think the FBI's involved. No, seriously, how do I get around? Because I need to be going this way. Well, the game is not making any sense, so I'm just gonna go this way, I guess. Yeah, there's no government conspiracy. I think that everything that is going on in the park has a perfectly reasonable explanation. You know, it's, as I said, the land is either it's unsafe, or it isn't stable, or there are, I don't know, people cataloging shit down there. Ooh. You're going in the photo album. Only 9 left, damn. Yeah, so, as I said, don't think there's any kind of government conspiracy. However, there has to be someone out here. Because we're getting messed with. And those teenage girls were getting messed with. Why is there a ski here? I trust nothing. Oh, okay. There's just a random ski there. Don't question it. Excuse me. Yeah, there is absolutely someone else in the park who is messing with us. Who is terrorizing those girls. Who wrecked our lookout. And they... big tree. There we go. Yeah, they wrecked our lookout. They cut the phone lines. Like, there is absolutely someone else here. It's just not the government. It's, I don't, an axe murderer who's just decided, you know what, I want to live in the wilderness and scare the shit out of people. I don't know. I'm just... I don't know what it is, but I've got this pit in my stomach, and I don't know what it means. But my gut says that it's... whatever's going on here, it's not what we think. And... I'm trying to use my knowledge of tropes. I've got a pretty good knowledge of, like, okay, in storytelling, what is the most common, you know, common tropes, that kind of thing. And there are a couple that it could be. Pardon? Well, at least we know where the ski came from. What is this?
There's some old snowmobiles out here.
That's crazy.
Looks like one of the poor bastards was cruising across this pond and dumped it.
That was not a fun hike back to civilization.
What in the actual... There, did you hear that? That sounded like someone rustling through bushes. Which to me indicates that we are being followed.
There's an old pond out here, not much more than a pile of mud. Do you have it on your map?
Yeah, I know where you are.
Yeah? Where am I?
Pork Pond. There used to be a sign up for it, but, well, folks kept stealing it.
Because it's called Pork Pond?
It's a good goddamn name. That sign would look great in a den, or, you know, anywhere.
My first thought was in a brothel, but let's just back up from that. Where are we? Like I said, I want to get Pork Pond, lovely. I want to get to cache 307. So we are looking for somewhere around that way, I think. As I said, the game is coming not quite to a close, but you know what I mean. I don't know if we'll get a chance to come down this way again, so I want to grab this while I'm down here. Yeah, here's a trail. Don't like that. No, thank you. I'm just hoping it's not an axe murderer. That is my hope. That is my wish. I don't want to deal with axe murderers. That is just a log. That is fine. Oh. Lovely. Again. Fantastic. Now then, what do you have? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, we got a lot of books. Okay, let's see. Thanking you. What does this say? Ron, really wish the powers could be would issue us radios that didn't suck ass. Most of the time I prefer to keep things pen to paper, but every once in a while it'd be nice to get a hold of you right away. My sister keeps leaving me messages at the main office, but I don't think she gets that I took the job so I wouldn't have to deal with her or Mom. I've been sitting at the spot for a while now, thinking about what to say to her, but I'm a quarter of a way through a bottle of Fifes instead. Miss you, Dave. Are Ron and Dave dating? Maybe Dave is just a very emotional drunk, and he's the kind of drunk that, oh, I love you, man, I love you. Like, as soon as he starts to get a little bit tipsy, he's professing his love for all of his mates. I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep that. Because I've been keeping all of their stuff, apparently. Terminal 7. No! I'm sorry, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Examine this. Richard Sturgeon, Terminal 7. Now a major motion picture starring Anders Nelson. No, t'other way. Okay. Terminal 7, Richard Sturgeon, now a major motion picture. Thanksgiving South City Airport is packed to the gills with travellers eager to ditch the dreary metropolis for the holidays. And a group of Soviet terrorists have just ensured that nobody is going anywhere. Suddenly, former South City cop turned world-class detective Neil Black only former South City cop turned world-class detective Neil Black can cut through the red tape and give the hostages a fighting chance. While the FBI get ready to start World War III, Black knows the only person who could have orchestrated this act of terror, and it's not Ivan. Starring Michael Keaton with Kurt Russell as Don Carl, Terminal 7 comes to the big screen summer of 1986. Nice, yep. Put that there. Drop it. The Accidentals! This takes place in the same universe as Gone Home! Oh! Terrence! I'm sorry, I need to calm down. I really liked Gone Home. Terrence L. Greenbrier, the accidental saviour. November 21st, 1968. John Russell knows that the president's life hangs in the balance. But who would believe him? Not just another James Bond. I can't remember what the last bits were. Yeah, Mercury Books. Someone's been selling this for 65 cents. Damn. Yeah, that can go on the floor as well. It's fine. With Jane Eyre. Charlotte Bronte. Oh. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. One Chance to Die. Richard Sturgeon. The first book in Crime by Numbers from the author of the best-selling Spectrum spy series, One Chance to Die is the book that started it all. Neil Black is South City's most effective but least known detective. A former SCPD officer, Neil is friend to few and ally to only one, justice. South City is in trouble, a city deep in debt something or other turmoil when the deputy mayor is assassinated and South City PD fears the killer is one of their own. With any internal affairs investigation, someone must put another target on someone's back. Upon the only person who can do the job, Neil Black. This is a high-stakes game of chicken. He is the only one willing to take the risk to stop the killer in his tracks and do what nobody else can. Put South City in the black. Oh, okay. Just want to check if there's anything else in here. No. Okay, so you know how I was talking about tropes earlier, the ways that this could go? I think I've settled on the one I'm going to be ascribing to. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but all of the books in the caches have been these very flashy spy novels. They've all been spy thrillers. And then we have the reason why I'm focusing so much on this is because it's so unlike any of the other books we've seen. It's Jane Eyre. For anyone who maybe doesn't know the plot of Jane Eyre, basically Jane Eyre is this, she's an orphan, and she goes to this big house, can't remember what it's called, but she's basically working as like a, it's not exactly like a maid, it's a housekeeper, I guess, to a Mr. Rochester. He's a bachelor, he's a bit old, so Jane's about maybe 16, 17, Mr. Rochester is in his 30s, he's a bit older than her, and he's a widow, I believe, he's very wealthy, and he's kind of looking for a housekeeper / companion, and of course they fall in love, and they're about to get married, and they do the whole, if anyone has any objections, speak now or forever hold your peace, and the church doors get kicked open, and this guy's like, he can't marry her, cause he's already married, what? And everyone's going mental, and basically, I should have mentioned that in the house, the big house, it's like a manor or whatever, Jane kept hearing these weird noises, like footsteps running down the hall, and like these like kind of ghostly moans, and she thought the house was haunted. Nope. Turns out Mr. Rochester's first wife is insane, and she's living in his attic, because you know that's what you do with your crazy wife. Similar to Henry keeping Julia locked. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, but basically Mr. Rochester's wife, she's insane. She wasn't she was insane when he married her, but because this is Victorian times, he barely said 3 words to her. Literally, like he was introduced to her family, was very, very wealthy, living in Barbados, I believe. And he just kind of got a look at her, maybe said 3 words to her, and was like, yep, this is an attractive lady, she seems very charming, despite the fact that I've only really said, hello, how are you? Good day. But she seems very charming, I want to marry her, and her family were very like, yes, please marry her, this is great, because she's your fucking problem now, boy. And am I even going in the right... Oh, what is this? Am I even going in the right way? I am. Fantastic. Basically, what happens is, so he marries her, takes her back to England, and realizes, oh shit, she's stark raving mad. However, I can't put her in an insane asylum because her family are the reason why I'm rich, and I can't divorce her because I like having money, and basically he's kind of in a catch-22, so he just kind of keeps her in the attic. And he was hoping that everyone would have conveniently forgotten that, you know, I'm married. I can't cross here.
The bridge to the camp is out.
Damn.
I'm gonna walk the ravine and see if I can find some high ground to get across.
Good plan.
Okay. Walk the ravine. I can do that. But yeah, what ends up happening is that Jane, she sees Mr. Rochester's mad wife, And she's like, I can't believe this. I've been humiliated publicly. Oh my god. And she runs away. She lives out on the moors for a little bit. Because, you know, this is Victorian England. What else are you gonna do? Someone proposes to her. She's kind of like, nah, I'm still in love with him. So I can't really be with you. And she goes back to the manor. And she finds that it's been partially burned down. And Mr. Rochester is now blind. What ended up happening was that his wife set fire to the house. And basically, I'm thinking of the, what is it? The live action, you know, film version of this at this point. Basically, I think it's either that his wife is consumed by the flames and he has this thing of, I can't leave her. Like, I married this lady, yeah, she's crazy, but I can't really leave her to die, and he goes back in and is blinded. Or she goes up to the roof and she jumps off, but that now he's stuck on the roof of a burning building. Oh shit, and he goes blind. One of the two. No, I can't get across there. Oh, is that? No, that's not a bridge. That's a rock. And it all has a happy ending. She's like, can I jump that? No, I can't. Basically, she comes back to him because he's now single because his wife burned to death, and they get married and they live happily ever after or whatever. And I find it so interesting. Aha! Go, go, go! Nice. I find it so interesting that we have all of these spy thrillers, you know, government conspiracies, and, you know, like, oh, Neil Black doing his thing, taking on the government, and then we have Jane Eyre, very understated, very, like, oh, look at all of these flashy books, aren't they great? Don't look at this one. Don't look at Jane Eyre. Draw your attention over that way. And so that's, I think there is going to be a very logical, very sad explanation for what all this is. It wasn't ghosts in the attic. It was a mad wife in the attic. That's what I think this is going to be. I think this is another one for the photo album. Yeah, that can go down. Yeah, I think... Here's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to, as I said, I like to be logical with these things. And my brain says that, okay, when did weird stuff start happening? The first weird thing was that the phone lines went down, and just prior to that, we had Delilah saying, I'm gonna phone into HQ and see the hiking list, all of the people who entered and left the park, to see if there's anyone who entered and hadn't left. We also know that someone's been listening into all our conversations, potentially ever since we got here. So my guess is that someone is living here, and then they were like, oh shit, I don't want to get found out. Cut the wire. We'll destroy these girls' camps. We'll set them up against one another. I don't think there's any government conspiracy. I think maybe there's just a homeless guy living here who doesn't want to stop living here.
I'm at the camp.
Great. Have a look around. If anyone's still there, they might be able to help.
I'm gonna sound crazy.
Maybe you just ask them to help you get inside the fence. If I didn't know it was out there, they probably don't either.
This place looks dead, but I'll see what I can find.
that was the other thing. I'll get through this.
You ever talked to any of the scouts?
No, they haven't been out here in a while, and I generally don't have a lot to say to preteens.
Unless it's Brian Goodwin.
Well, if forced, I mean, I can make conversation with anyone. Plus, it was sort of fun to hear about all of his nerdy hobbies.
He liked D&D.
What type of nerdy hobbies are we talking about with him? Like marching band?
Oh, no. Like comics, model rockets, wizards and wyverns, you know.
Oh.
Don't!
Thanks to Brian, I can almost recall by memory the armor classes of most dragons.
See? Useful information.
Can't.
Hey, planar dragon's armor class. Let's see.
Okay, no, I believe you. We're good.
Henry, how fucking dare you? How dare you say? Yeah, we found the map of Two Orcs, whatever it was called, in Two Forks Lookout, and the D20. Oh, Brian, good guy Brian, good kid Brian, whatever. But that got me distracted. So I am out of time. I want to finish my point first. My thought. The chain link fence. That's Secretary of Agriculture. So they're gonna have had to be talking to, the higher ups of the people who run this national park. My question is, Delilah is the head lookout. She's only a volunteer. She's not an actual paid employee, I don't think, of the forestry service. Well, actually, she might be paid, but whatever. She's someone who volunteers for this job. Yeah, she's been volunteering for 10 years, but she's still a volunteer. So part of me's like, surely they would have told her. She's the head lookout. Why wouldn't they have told her about this chain link fence? Which to me indicates that she's lying to me. She's lying to Henry. Oh, I don't know anything about this. In which case, why are you trying to distract me? I don't get it. Why are you trying to draw my attention to the nice spy books whilst taking my attention away from the very plain Jane Eyre? What is this? At the same time, she is just a volunteer. Maybe this is a need-to-know basis kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so as I said, I am out of time for this episode. In the next, we'll try and see if there are any scouts in this camp. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.